Start date 4/14/2020. Please listen to this guy. Pay attention to what he's saying. He's not fear-mongering. He's not talking politics. He's just giving his observation from his professional view of his own observation, what he sees around him, and due to the consideration of where he lives, what's around him, and his job that takes him around, being that he's obviously a truck driver, and he's also a farmer. And he's not the only one been talking about this. I've been talking about it myself. And I think that we should be paying attention to ourselves, not these scabs on TV called representatives. How many times and how long have we been saying all up until this point, we don't trust you people, we don't trust you people, we don't trust you people. And they're the very ones why everything's shut down. Get this fucking COVID shit out of your brains, okay? Irrelevant if it's there or not. Look at the actions these people are taking beyond the COVID-19. Just pay attention to it. Get the fear out of your head. Stop thinking you're going to die. You're going to die from their own actions that's causing a bigger calamity that's coming down the road. And I'm not here to make you, I want you to prepare yourselves is what, and just like this guy, he wants you to prepare yourselves, prepare your minds for what's to come. We've been lullabied in this country for a long time. And no offense to people for what I'm going to say, but you're fat and lazy because you've been taken care of like children, supported by the government. I mean, you have tons of fucking kids that you can't afford out of your own pockets. I mean, people adjust to the environment financially. When you pump out kids into a system that the system's paying for, you're not self-sufficient. You're not at all. You're a slave. You're a ward of the state. Even if you're free to roam around, you're still a ward of the state. And how many wards of the state is there in this country and abroad that loves socialistic ideas? Where are you now? I want you to pay attention to what this guy says. And do some critical thinking and think outside of the box that you normally been thinking. And stop staying willfully ignorant. Stop listening to the mouthpieces on television. Turn that fucker off. Start paying attention to the reality that really is going on around you. And I can guarantee you right now, the steps that are being taken, there is going to be no going back until they complete their entire agenda, the global hostile takeover. At first, they're going to be nice. They're going to use this like this, and then if we do not comply, it's going to get by force. What you gonna do when they come for you? Good boys. Because that's what we are. And they're gonna come for us. And before I let you listen to this, with all that's going on, when we do resist, this is my assumption, my opinion, we're gonna be invaded. I don't know if it's from outer space. I don't know if it's from foreign countries, but I can tell you this. If it ain't real, if you don't see aliens, real aliens as if from outer space, then it's false. It's false. And remember that. And don't be afraid, because it's the elites have been doing stuff underground in bunkers, making shit, using technology is far beyond us. Most technology that we have in our hands, ladies and gentlemen, the general public, is 30 to 40 years behind what the government has. So, yeah, they can be that advanced. Especially this psychotic group of people that run this country, the billionaires and all that, the Gates and the Trumpers, and they're all psychosomatic people. Money rots your brain, okay? Don't think it does good for you. As most people don't understand, it's just a fucking tool. And they hoodwinked you by putting God and trust on it. Yeah. I love my country. It says God and trust says on my money. That was a trap. Just like I put my hand on the Bible. You telling me that motherfucker that fucking just became a president can't lie, can't cheat because he swore on the Bible? Are you fools? I mean, really? Just because I saw it on TV. He's got to be a good guy. He tells us what we want to hear. He's got to be a good guy. America's fallen, ladies and gentlemen. President's flag is gone. First day it came out, it was there. And the flag. When he declared a national emergency, the next day it was gone, and it's been gone since then. And listen to him. Is he wearing his red tie? Is he wearing his blue tie? Those are the two ties that most presidents wear. He even said it was nice being our president. Seriously. Pay attention. Anyways, I want you to listen to this gentleman. He's a little calmer than I am. He's a little slow at the way he thinks. Pay attention. Take the time to listen. And then search in your own hearts. That's all I'm asking. Search in your own hearts and get the mouthpieces out of your ears. Okay? And the Hollywood bullshit, all that. Just get all the bullshit out of the ear. What's going on right now? It's going to catch up to itself, meaning that we're going to be starving to death here pretty soon, ladies and gentlemen, as more draconian laws come down the pike. So I would be really, really, really interested in seeing you guys pay attention for once. Seriously.
You know, we already thought we've seen a mass run on supplies, toiletries, ammo. Folks, we ain't seen nothing yet. We haven't seen nothing yet. And I'm going to tell you why. First off, isn't it funny that I bring up all of these factory farms and these meat processing plants a while back when everything was still operating, and now all of a sudden all these processing plants are closing the doors? Huh. You know, people thought I was crazy. Look what's happening. Folks are getting messed up. They're getting caught in what used to be the norm. They're getting caught in what used to be reality. And now, very, very fast, it's rapidly changing for the worst. There's about to be a run on anything garden products, anything to do with seeds if you can get them. If you got a good friend somewhere that knows a friend that knows a friend, you need to go purchase some gardening supplies. You need to try to get as self-sufficient as you can. Now, the next question is, why? Isn't everything going to open back up and return to normal? Well, a lot of people out there will tell you that. But I'm going to tell you this today. Nothing Absolutely nothing is going to return to the way it once was. Today they issued to where the state of Tennessee is going to keep in lockdown mode until May. One of the reasons why they say they're doing this is to try to give more time for the vaccines that a lot of folks says ain't coming. More testing that a lot of folks said they can't make you do. Well, no matter if it's against your liberties or not, they're still going to enforce these tyrannical laws. It's going to happen. It's coming. Trust me. Today, we had some heartbreaking news that one of our horse trail properties that I know thousands and thousands of people go to. A couple weeks ago, they closed down the trailhead because of everything in Tennessee was closed. And they said it was due to COVID-19. You know, they got to follow suit to what the governor said so, you know, what the big deep state said to do. Now, all of a sudden, they come out and they have decided to close indefinitely, forever. They blamed it on age, but I know what the facts are. You see, folks, they're just like any other small business. And all these small businesses throughout the land is fixing to get on the phone, get on the web, and they're fixing to apply for more money than you've ever seen. And they're going to blame it on COVID-19. There's about to be a massive exchange of wealth in this country. Folks have seen this coming for years. Big CEOs that owns all these businesses that step down to get out of town, they've already did this. They've seen it coming, folks. They've seen it coming. All of these government entities talk to big business. They let them know what they're going to say before they come out in the news media and say it. It happens, folks. It happens at my job. It happens at your job. It happens all throughout the land. Here's what I see coming. Warning, this is my opinion. I just give you some facts for the first 4 minutes and 45 seconds of this video. Now here's my opinion. My opinion is this. You will not be able to get your own pork on the shelves by fall. Beef will not be on the shelves by fall. Certain types of fruit and vegetables will not be on the shelves by fall because the rich, the factory farms will not be able to hire pickers to pick the fruit and vegetables. And they're going to blame it on COVID-19. They're going to go out there and intentionally kill the crops for insurance money, folks. And they're going to blame it on COVID-19. I've seen them do it for a whole lot less. This is something that I know about, folks, because it's something that I live in. I used to be a massive farmer. I used to grow burley tobacco. And I seen the rich men come in, grow hundreds and hundreds of acres of burley, and then kill it and blame it on drought, disease, insects. And then they would claim in all that money from the system. And then they would plant it the next year and keep the cycle going. Till for long, good folks, honest folks, they didn't want us growing no more because they could get all they needed from the big farms. You see, folks, this is something that I know about. It's not something that I read on a headline or it's not a talking point on some news broadcast. I'm letting you know that I do believe food shortages is coming this year. I believe if you can get the stuff you need to grow your own garden, to have your own cow, to have your own chickens, rabbits, goats, whatever you got to do, I would do it. I would strongly encourage hunting this fall, fishing right now. Do the little things to feed your family. Do the things that nobody's thinking of right now.
I'm going to cut in for a second. That's if you can, and that's if we get out of lockdown. Other than that, spot on.
Because there's going to be a run. And this darkness that's fixing to take hold of our land will be like nothing this world has ever seen.
And he's right. It's coming. It's not only coming here in the United States, it's going to happen in Europe. And there's a connection to this, ladies and gentlemen. And the big rich man, the elite, the group that we're trusting right now, that are very evil, demented people, okay? They seem to like mass murder. I'm dead serious. I think they sexually get off on it. Because the wealthy is the ones that create the wars so they can benefit from them. They fund both sides, and at one time nations used to rise against nations, but it came past that point where the leaderships in these nations keep us stupid and keep us thinking in our minds. Our minds are our prisons. That we, the people of these nations, hate each other. We have to murder each other because they inject fear in us. That we're supposed to fear each other when we did nothing to provoke each other except what these people tell us. And we've been duped since modern days. I would say probably the last 200 or 300 years, give or take 100 years. It's become more of a global construct through that time frame where they are already global. It's just we're not global yet. Remember what I just said. They are already global. Can't you see it right now? Everything that they did worked in unison, and these wealthy people have positioned themselves around the planet, all helping each other consolidate all businesses into big corporations that they can control and shut down and force us down like we're doing right now to comply because we have no other means. Because it was better to go get a college degree and go work for one of their corporations, wasn't it? And get all those benefits and high pay. What's that doing for you right now, kiddos? Yeah, my business is shot out. My dad wanted me to go to college and get a good degree and blah, blah, blah. And I told him someday, if I do what you do, Dad, you become what you are, I'll be stuck because my time won't be as lucky as yours. Bless his heart, because he's long gone. And my abilities, working with my hands, knowing how to survive, is going to be far greater than a fucking piece of paper that I made a bunch of money with. Because people, you're about to lose everything that you have. And you're sitting in your homes going, oh, they're going to save us. If you really believe that, please stay in your homes and please keep believing what you're believing, because you're going to be the first to go. And I don't enjoy saying that, believe me. There is no gloat over that. But if you're going to take this seriously, you better start doing something for you. I'm not saying run out and start causing havoc. Start doing something for you, like this guy was saying. You know, when I was a kid, more people had gardens in their backyards. Chickens. We were very somewhat self-sufficient. And that was an old neighborhood where I lived. And then my folks bought a house in a new neighborhood they built in my town. And no one was gardeners then. It was amazing. And that was 1974. And then they've passed laws in a lot of places that you can't even garden. You can't do these things. You can't be self-sufficient. So why? Think about it. And we've all swallowed this hook, line, and sinker. And then we have these far left and far right radicals that have divided the nation, that's still connected to one frickin' bird, and people can't buy that. And I'm going to tell you before I close this, all of you people are literally, and I know you people don't like being fucking talked to like this, but it's due. When you literally put all your trust in these people, this is the outcome of it. And don't say we never had the opportunity. I'm the blame just as much as everyone else. And they made it to a point where you have no choice to go but to their system. And again, we allowed that. Our generation right now, generation behind me, which would be my folks, they got lulled into it. My grandparents' generation, and so on. What happened is when the revolution was over in this country, everybody went back to being just life and didn't pay attention to what people can do. And they have to stand vigilant and make sure that these things don't happen. And you can't trust people going into government. You just can't. Even if they're a good person, you still got to put them in a position where that you're constantly questioning them, questioning their actions, looking into where they're going, what they're doing. It's supposed to be quite the opposite of how we've been treated. And it's sad. Remember, the government is the child. We are the parent. And it's our duty as a parent to watch our children, what the hell they're doing. And we turned our backs and look what they've done. They stabbed us in the back. The very ones that we trusted. All of them. Stop thinking there's somebody there that's going to help you. You're absolutely foolish. They inject these people into these positions, in these offices, in the government. These powerful people. Your vote does not count. It does not. I know that's really hard for most people to wrap around their freaking head because you've been pounded in your head all your life to believe a certain narrative. And it's actually brainwashed a lot of people. It's really sad to watch. And everyone else that questions these things, you're a freaking bad person because you question it. Only an idiot wouldn't question, and only dishonest people would not question what's going on. Yep. Have a good day. Every day is going to be a new horizon, a new world. Not of the norm. Never going to be normal ever again. And what's to come isn't going to be ever considered in that normal. Nothing normal. And it ain't going to be good. It ain't going to be good, boys and girls. So stay in your homes and your little playpens and so forth and your prisons. And we are now the new native of this continent. Yes, we are. And we're about to be attacked on all levels, at all angles. It's the land, it's the resources, what these pricks want. Why do you think that they have made everything so illegal to do? And like he was saying, these big people come in and then they ruin the small guys. We should be pulling these people out of their houses, out of the buildings, out of the government buildings, all of them. They're all participating in it. Just like I've said, big government is bad government. And big government doesn't mean a bunch of rich politicians. The whole entire thing is a problem. When you have too many people working for the government, they're never going to bite the hand to fix the problem that the government creates. So guess what? No one ever is going to try to fix something on the inside because that's biting their own hand that feeds them. And 35 to 40% of the nation is employed or under assistance of some sort from the government, state to county to the federal government. Just because you don't have ball of chain or in a cage doesn't mean you're not a slave. You can be a slave in your own mind and not even know it. And a lot of educated people that hear stuff like this, that can't happen to me. I'm smarter than that. What's happening right now? Huh? Us kooks? Us wackos? Right? Remember us? The guys who were warning you about shit like this? But you were too educated. You couldn't believe these things because that won't happen in America or even in Europe. We're modern nations. Right? 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 All right, I'm done. Have a good day.